So yesterday I was like, what am I going to wear to the Katy Perry concert? And I was like, I have to wear an astronaut costume.
Yeah.
And I really...
slutty astronaut costume.
I really want to go to Abracadabra and get it. But then I have to get there by 7 because Rebecca Black is opening and I don't want to miss it.
Friday.
I had no idea.
God, Rebecca Black is... what a good gig for her. I thought she was a joke.
Oh, no. Past couple years, she's released all kinds of music. She's a serious artist now.
Amazing.
She's a lesbian. She's gorgeous.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Everyone's gay. God, I wish I was gay.
Welcome to Guys We...
Gotta get a space helmet. This isn't whatever. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Hi guys.
Hi, hello. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to another rousing episode of Guys We...
Yeah, it's the anti-slut shaming podcast. I'm Corinne Fisher.
I'm Krystyna Hutchinson.
Welcome.
We got to get out of the studio early today so Corinne can get an astronaut.
These are the
costume
priorities I
to wear
have.
to Katy Perry, but I agree 100%.
Just like once I got an idea, I was like, I love to dress
Yeah.
up for a concert, and then I go, obviously I have to wear an astronaut costume. I would love also a nod to Canada in some way to commemorate her relationship with Justin Trudeau, but
Wait, what?
Katy Perry's dating Justin Trudeau. You didn't know that?
Why? I thought she was just with Orlando Bloom.
Oh, their marriage is over.
Oh, and now she's dating Justin Trudeau?
Yeah.
Sorry, Canada. I know you guys don't like him, and I understand it's for good reasons. I've had it explained to me. But goddamn, is he a hottie, okay?
Sorry, I swore we talked about this. Yeah, because I know you love Justin Trudeau.
I love that.
Like, you're very attracted to him. Yeah.
I will. Oh my God, I want to sit on his face.
Yeah. No, it's...
Wow, good for Katy.
Yeah, and the last time, her documentary many years ago, which is one of my favorite pop star documentaries of all time,
good.
she was...
Made Russell Brand look like a real
Yeah, she was
tool.
divorcing Russell Brand at the time, and so I'm kind of like, I am very sad that she's going through a divorce, but I'm kind of like, will it add to the
what a
energy
happy
of
ending.
the show?
If you're dating a new guy and it's Justin Trudeau.
It's Justin Trudeau. That's pretty cool. There's just something about...
I didn't even know Justin Trudeau was single. I didn't know his marriage wasn't working. Oh my God. Well, good thing I didn't know because I would try to nap him up before Katy Perry.
Yeah, there's something interesting about that dynamic, and I'm like, our big politician's going to start dating pop stars now. Like, what's going on?
Amazing.
Very interesting.
And like the politician is going to be so impressed by a pop star,
right?
So she's going to get that energy on her, which is great energy.
Yeah, I hope he's there.
Oh my God, if he's there, take a picture.
I will. I hope he's there.
Send it to me. My God. Okay, guys, if you want to email us, it's sorryaboutlastnightshow@gmail.com. Let's get into it. Today's subject line: wife thinks same-sex hookups don't count, but I'm not bi, and she is. He thinks your wife is a hypocrite, but let's see. Hello, ladies, and Eric, longtime listener, Luminary subscriber, just for your show, though the app sucks. Yeah, we've heard. Thanks for your effort, the effort you put in each week. You are my kind of people. Well, thank you, sir.
But you can subscribe via Apple.
You can.
And you're still subscribing to Luminary, but you're working. You're on.
You don't have the app.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if the app is giving you troubles, just go to the Apple Podcast app if you have an iPhone, and then subscribe through there, and you get the same thing.
Yeah.
43-year-old male, married for 14 years to a 40-year-old female. My wife is bi, and I am not. To give some history, we have swung in the past. Ooh, that's so fun. But it's not something we look for these days. Too old, too much effort, or something like that. You just get tired, I guess. She has some girlfriends she can hook up with, not girls that I can hook up with. These girls are her friends who have male partners and are okay with the female-female play, but not sharing their girlfriend with another guy, which is understandable. I don't have any problem with her hooking up with women, but it does annoy me that I am not also allowed to hook up with women. Honestly, I get where you're coming from. She deems same-sex play as not counting.
Yeah,
so gay people don't count?
Yeah, she made that rule up.
Like that, say that to her. Do gay people not have sex then? What the fuck?
She made that rule up based on like the misogyny and like the patriarchal love of like women hooking up with each other for male pleasure.
Yeah.
She's basically having this relationship exist in the male gaze, which I do not agree with.
She,
if you asked, which you did,
wants to have her cake and eat it too.
Exactly.
Like to me.
Exactly.
And she has said to me that I can hook up with guys if I want. Yeah, but you're not bisexual.
What a sad Classy response.
Boo, let me tell you, husband, this doesn't happen a lot. I am on your side for this, baby.
Yeah.
Which is an empty offer because I am not into dudes.
Yeah, and she
Correct.
knows that.
And she does know that. I wish I were bi sometimes. I think life would be a lot easier if I were bi. Girl, me too. Oh, God, I wish it so bad. We have her... with having her girlfriends and just generally, it's way easier for an attractive female to get action from either sex. She has a lot more opportunities than I do. Unless we are swinging, which we stopped because too often the other guy was awful. I know that does happen a lot. And she gets stuck with the shit guy. That does suck. When I've tried to swing before and it's always the prime star of the couple is always the woman, and you're like, God damn it. And I would be having a ball with the girl. Yeah, that does suck. I think same-sex play definitely counts. She is getting off with an external person. She is getting validation from an external person. Variation is the spice of life, and I am envious. I've had this argument many times with her. Well, play this for her, sir. A part of me wants to stop her playing with at all with other women, but I am well aware that it is out of spite. So you're very.
No, I think it's out of fairness at this point, though.
Yeah. It can be both. It can be spite and fairness. It eats at me that she gets to play and I don't.
Fair.
Yeah, I would fucking be so annoyed if I were you, dude. Is it a fight worth fighting for? Is it a hill worth dying on?
Yeah, because your resentment's going to fester.
Exactly. And resentment kills relationships. I don't think there's no going back from resentment, but when you start it, just feel it boiling up, you got to nip it in the bud.
Yeah, the only people who think that hooking up with and it's always only hooking up with other women when you're a woman who is bisexual are men who get off on that. And so that is not fun for you. Unless they're would if she hooked up with a friend in front of you, would that do anything for you? Because other than that, you deserve to.
I think you deserve your own time to play with others. Here's the thing:
just open up the fucking marriage.
She's
seemingly
bisexual, so that means she wants to fuck men. She wants to fuck women, so she's fucking other women. You are straight and you want to fuck other women. You should fuck other women.
Yeah.
Well, she can't handle that. Then maybe she needs to have a little come to Jesus moment with herself. My other question is, my wife is also into BDSM. Fun lady, but I am not. I'm completely disinterested. She does rope play and whipping with a guy friend of ours. Okay, so she does do sexual shit with other men, dude.
You have an open marriage that you're
women.
not involved in, sir. I hate to break it to you on the podcast.
She does rope play and whipping with a guy friend of ours probably once a month.
She's taking you for a ride.
So you mean to tell me
wow,
that all she does with this guy friend is he ties her up and then they just leave? I don't know about that, man.
I mean, he says the next sentence does say that they don't make.
Are you there?
It's also hilarious because he writes it like they're 12 years old.
They don't make out or anything. Yes, I trust them. That's all that happens.
Yeah, they probably just go home and masturbate separately, but
which is fine.
Dude, she is getting so much more sexually out of this deal. This is really unfair.
This is really unfair.
And for us to say that it's unfair for the man, it's exceptionally unfair because we actually when you suffer a little bit because you've made us suffer so much.
Facts. I can count on one hand the amount of men whose corners we've been in. You, my friend, are one of them.
You got a bad deal right here,
yes,
sir.
You
and
did. You got played by your wife.
And a marriage is a bit of a deal.
Yeah.
So
it's a business deal.
Yeah.
It's a transaction, and fairness is very important.
Yeah.
I prefer she didn't do it at all. So you could say that. But it saves me having to do it with her.
That's how I feel about blowjobs. I wish I could outsource.
I mean, you could.
I know. Sometimes
just
people are like,
blowjob.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to outsource blowjobs.
She is desperate to have me be into it She is desperate to have me be into it as it's very important to her. Okay, desperate to have you be into it, but you're not into it, so you can't.
She
change
cares
that.
a lot of. Yeah, but
she wants to be playful and adventurous.
But if it doesn't bother you, you can just make yourself do it because it makes her happy. You can.
Yeah. Unless I was going to say, unless it grosses you out. I've been a team player with so many sexual acts that I'm like, this isn't for me. But the fact that you like it so much is fun.
Yeah, guys love playing with my butt, and I go, this is really nothing for me, but it's not bothering me in any way.
Never watch.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
I just don't get it, and I can't fake interest. I understand I don't have to be into BDSM, but it's difficult as I don't have any kinks. I mean,
You don't have any kinks?
Here's my challenge to you, sir. I think you have something that interests you that's a little taboo.
Everyone has something.
Like, explore that. Like, just really, I mean, how is a good question. Maybe porn sites. I don't know how you would best explore that, but you got something in you. So when she describes it as a need in her life, I just don't have anything sexual that I need to compare it to. I need to watch my football team play every week.
I don't think either of you need either of these things.
But you're confusing need with want.
Yeah, it's very important to you to do these things.
Yeah, but I don't think comparing that to her kink would go over too well. Any thoughts? Love you ladies. Keep up the good work. I miss Mike and his random background laughs at your jokes. Was the best. Sorry about the race for mayor. Brutal.
Thank you. Thank you for that beautiful ending. Okay. Yeah,
look, BDSM is like a very niche interest, and I think faking into being into BDSM is weird because you're probably going to feel like dumb and laugh, and she's going to get pissed off, and you're not going to take it seriously, which
but
is
isn't there like a
understandable.
little, like a light something you could do? I mean, like, you know.
You could order her around. I don't know if she's sub or dom, but you could say, get on the fucking floor and crawl around for me right now.
I feel like there's like a little something you could do. Because I mean, that is part of being in a relationship, doing things for your partner, as long as it doesn't like bother you or offend you or make you actually uncomfortable. But yeah, it means it's like your wife has a job because she seems busy and not with you.
And not with a job. With all the sex stuff.
Yeah, the number one thing that we get from this email is we don't even need to converse about these other things. You're getting a bad deal.
Yeah,
I would obtain an attorney.
You got,
I would
sir.
retain an attorney.
You got. She is enjoying a lot of sexual freedom, and you deserve the same ability to do that.
Right.
You shouldn't be penalized because you're only into women. That doesn't make any sense to me.
You're giving a lot. She has play dates with a man where she gets whipped and she makes out with, and she fucks all of her female friends.
She pulled one over on you, man.
Yeah. This is bad.
While you're watching the game,
this is bad.
She's getting fingered.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you definitely need to restructure your relationship deal ASAP. You have the support of two women that usually do not support a straight man in a marriage like this, and you have our full support.
Yeah. Also, I hate to tell a man to lay down the law a little bit, but I feel like you've lost control of the relationship a little bit, and like it's
should be
like
into
it's almost
BDSM.
like you're being emasculated a little bit. I don't know if this is the chosen dynamic of your relationship, but I think you have to be more assertive.
There are relationships that are only open on one side, but that's because the other partner that doesn't desire to have sex with other people. So that's a pretty common dynamic. I know when I listen to Dan Savage's podcast, he'll talk about that a bunch. And you hear from couples and you're like, oh, wow, that really does work. This doesn't work for you. You're gonna get pissed off.
Yeah, there can be boundaries, and there can be like, like this is, only a couple. Maybe it could be a couple approved people, since the people she is hooking up are all your friends, or maybe she wants it to be people that she doesn't know. Like some people feel more comfortable. Like I would, like for me, if I was doing it open, I would want it to be people I don't know, not people that I do know.
Me too.
But a lot of people like doing it with people they do know.
Oh yeah, and there's a picture of them.
Yeah. So yeah, you're getting taken for a ride.
Yeah.
It's also like not you don't look old, but she looks kind of young. Is she a lot younger than you? And are you like giving her like these things?
No, I think he said she's 40 and he's 43.
Oh, just the 3 years.
He's 43 and she's 40.
Yeah, she just looks like kind of super young. She looks super young.
She's fucking a lot. She's got
40.
that youthful glow.
Yeah, she looks.
That's what happens when you have a lot of sex.
Yeah, she looks super young.
And look,
40.
I get it. I mean, I'm in your wife's camp in terms of like I need certain things, I want certain things in my life in a certain consistency, and that's okay if you're like consistencies don't match up. But you should absolutely have hot, steamy, hot sex or whatever kind of sex you want with a willing female partner.
I am kind of reading from.
You're not ugly, so you can get laid.
Not at all. I'm kind of reading from the energy of the thing, though, that
she's taking you for a ride.
You get it, like she's gotten everything she wants from the entire relationship, but on you've given it to her. Yeah. You need to lay down the law. For real. But like
yes, daddy.
And honestly, it's advice that I give to very few men, but when I give it, it's someone who I feel like will be responsible with that. And I actually do think it will improve the sexuality in you guys' relationship.
Agreed.
Because I'm not saying she disrespects you, but I think she's walking all over you a little bit. And that does play with the sexuality and the interest in a relationship.
Sure.
So you want to handle that anyway. Mm-hmm. Thanks for writing.
Very interesting dilemma.
Oh my goodness. Oh, what's up? How was your weekend?
It was good. I had a gynecologist appointment.
Oh, nice.
Your girl's breasts are too dense for a mammogram.
Yeah. Okay, so I saw you post that and I was like, bad news, Krystyna. Mine are too. Yeah.
Hey, good for you, bitch.
No, I was like, it seems flattering because I was like,
these titties are too perky and dense for your mammogram machine.
I laughed.
Okay, girl, I'll come back when I'm 40.
I laughed so. Well, no, they just said come back. There's just something else that they should do.
She told me you don't need a mammogram. Come back when you're 40. Because she did an oral. I
don't like that. Okay,
she gave me a lot of info.
Oh, because I was like, there's another scan that they can do when your breasts are too dense. Because it's just about the actual tissue, not like I was like, unfortunately, it's not because my breasts are too big. I literally they barely could hold it in the machine, and it's not because of the
ma'am. Put your tit in the machine.
Yeah,
it is.
But yeah, no, there was like another scan they were able to do because I was like, my OBGYN is just like very, very like you must get a mammogram 35 and up because like breast cancer has been on the rise. So I'm like, I don't like that she only did it. Yeah, that worries me.
I liked her. The last gynecologist I saw, I didn't like her bedside manner. I didn't like her in and out. I didn't like her. This was my first.
She rushed you?
Yeah. With my first, she was rushing and then she was like, so do you want to freeze your eggs? I think we should start talking about that. I'm like, don't act like you know me, bitch. Ask me if I want to freeze my eggs, huh? This woman.
That's like a factory they're running out.
So annoying. This woman was great. I loved her. She sat down with me and she asked me all these questions. One of the things I told her, I was like, yeah, my periods, ever since I got the COVID vaccine, my periods they're starting to die down a little bit, thank God. But I'm talking, day one, I feel like I'm dying. And she goes, yep, most of my patients have reported that. And I'm like, that is so interesting. Ain't nobody testing anything on women.
Oh.
And so I thought that was interesting. But yeah, she said I did not need a mammogram. She's like, no, well, I'll write you a script for a mammogram when you're 40. Yeah. I don't have a history of breast cancer. The thing is, I mean, I guess you can't have breast cancer from your dad's side of the genes, but
no, you can. Men can have breast cancer.
I don't know my dad's health history.
No, I know that's one of the
really fucked up.
That's one of the biggest problems with not telling kids who their real dad is the medical history. And you
hear that, Nance?
You can't get it because you know some of the family. You can't. So there's no way.
I could ask her. I've been trying to ask her I've been trying to take her out for a meal to talk about him because I really want to learn about him.
Sure.
And she said, yeah, let me think about it, or yeah, maybe. And then it dies down. And so I just want to be respectful because of the way he left. So,
for sure. Well, then at the very least, maybe like I totally understand when you want to take your time. Like, would you mind telling me like, does he have literally like the little checklist that they send you at the doctor's office? Yeah. Like, does he have a history of these kinds of cancers like this? Just so you know. Yeah. I think that's a really fair ask. And honestly,
because the sperm donor agency wouldn't release that information. I'm like, that feels fucked up.
Yeah, that feels
fucked up. But it's so
you need
funny.
To know that. They ask it on every fucking thing because it's so important.
Right. And when I was on the table and she was examining me, she was like, so what do we think about kids? Do you use contraception? Because I said I've had the same sexual partner for a long time. So,
right.
Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, it's like a montage from all of the intros of this podcast where I just gave it to her in like a quick 5 minutes. I'm like, no, I don't think I want kids. But the thing is, if I got pregnant, I wouldn't get an abortion because I could feel too old for it, right? But I think I kind of would adopt a kid with special needs. I think that would be good. But honestly, adopting a teenager is really important. But if I got pregnant, I would have a kid. Yeah. So maybe.
I really wish you had recorded that. That's fucking hilarious.
She was like, this fucking bitch. But yeah, it was very,
How old is your gynecologist?
Maybe like mid-40s,
ballpark. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Yeah.
I liked her bedside manner. I liked her education. I liked her. But she said, she was like, you should have a doctor examining your breasts. Not a general care doctor, but like a gynecologist doctor. They do like a certain breast exam.
Oh yeah, my OBGYN always touches my boobies.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. And like you're supposed to do like the self-check in the shower too.
Which I do.
But
I always touch my tits.
I just go like this and I go, well, I don't know I didn't actually look at the paperwork, but I go, I'd feel something somewhere.
I think you would.
I'm like, I just tap in, see if there's any like, the thing gets hard. And then I go, all right, there you go. I go, because I mean, like, there's not really any, like, I don't need a procedure because I can touch every part of it within a moment.
Within a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. I went to the Elements Music Festival, Music and Arts Festival in the Poconos yesterday. It was
nice.
It was a wild ride. Completely sober, just a whole music festival. But the thing with being like, I'll have like a cocktail every now and then. I was completely sober for like 2 years, but I'll have like a cocktail every now and then because I just, when you're
sometimes it's fun.
Yeah, I'm like I miss a dirty martini, but other than that, like I haven't been hungover in fucking years or anything.
Which is pretty sick.
And so I was just at the music festival. But by the time I was done, and obviously everyone was on like psychedelics and stuff, by the time I left, I felt like I was on psychedelics just from being around them. And I noticed this in bars too. When I go to bars completely sober, by the end of the night, I feel like I'm a little bit of drunk just from being around all the other elements. It's almost like you can get psychosomatically drunk or high. It's very interesting.
Especially being in a forest with neon lights and stuff. That alone would make me feel like I'm on a psychedelic.
Yeah, and like the music, like that's not the kind of, music that I would choose to listen to, but I really loved the Deadmau5 set, and then Pretty Lights I really liked as well. And it's like just a guy who's like just whacked out of his mind on drugs, but he also DJs with a live band sometimes, and they did that as the last set of the night, and that was really cool. Then I went on a Ferris wheel and saw the whole thing, and there was like a lot of art in the forest. Ooh. It had a little bit of a Renaissance fair vibe, to be honest, which is my ideal. That's one of my ideal top environments is Renaissance Festival. But it was just nice to be around. It made me sad a little bit, though. Number one, when I go to a concert or I go to an open space, everyone else's energy gets on me. So I really had to work hard to protect that. Wearing sunglasses almost the whole time was super helpful because I have no problem being in spaces where people are on substances and I'm not, but I can't have them. I need a little bit of a barrier. So the sunglasses really kind of stopped people from talking to me so much. Cause I was wearing, of course, a crazy outfit, but I'm like everyone.
You're at a festival.
Half the festival's asses were out. So I was like, this shouldn't be a problem, but still people kept coming up to me constantly. And this was just like not happening to other people. I was wearing a cool outfit, but it wasn't so cool, much cooler than everyone else's that like it needed to. And so I don't know. This is just like,
maybe they felt your sobriety. They didn't know that they were feeling that.
Yeah.
But they were like, ooh, she's normal.
They were feeling something, and this happened. This is my whole life. I try so hard for people not to talk to me, and it makes them want to talk to me more. And I know this. And because even my boyfriend was like, "No one's talking to me," and I was like, I don't. Yeah. And then and this is completely his vibe. This is like his space. And then, but it was nice to be around everyone, and I was glad they were getting all their energy out. And obviously a lot of people going through a lot of stuff, as is the case with music festivals. And I am glad they can heal that part of themselves. That's wonderful. But it made me sad a little bit because people were being so nice to each other. Like the energy, with like, electronic music and psychedelics is just really super positive, very community based, everyone being like really kind, looking out for each other, I watched male camaraderie in a way happen over and over and over and over again in a way that you just like do not see often in real life. And it just made me sad. I go, why do we need all these substances to be able to treat each other this nicely?
Because it's hard to forget that life is shit.
I'm like, but we have it within us. And I think if we worked a little harder, we can access it. Like it is hard, but you can get there without substances. I mean, you can use the substances to find a spot and then come back but you can keep behaving like this, because I just kept looking at everyone, and I was like, what do all these people do? Like, I was so curious. I'm like, what are all their jobs? Like, what is their everyday life? Like, what made them come here? Like, obviously I'm not asking them this during the concert and like interrupting them, but it's like, there's so many people there, and you're like, well, these interactions are few and far between in real life. And it's like, it's not like I'm not running into people in New York City who do psychedelics. Obviously I am.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it just bothers me the same way that, I stopped drinking for several years because it truly made me upset that comedians felt like we had to use substances to access fun. The same thing bothered me here. I'm like, why do we have to use these substances to access empathy and community? Like, we really don't. Running for public office was like really really helped me keep like community first in my mind, because I was constantly thinking about it like as how do we solve this as a community? How do we all look out for each other? But it's a concept I certainly talk about a lot, and a concept that on Without a Country, I talk about a lot, because I feel like so often when people become parents, they actually become less community oriented, because you only have so much time in the day and you're worried about then your close tribe.
Yeah.
When in reality, you would think that parents would want to be more community oriented, so that, God forbid anything happens to them, or when they die of natural causes, ultimately their child will exist in a world where the rest, it takes a village and the rest of the village has their back. But like,
Absolutely.
I don't see that at all. It's like, it's actually quite the opposite. I don't know. So that's just,
I think one of the quickest ways to bring people together to access the empathy in a space without drugs is music. But unfortunately,
sure.
people just pair music and drugs.
I know, because I was
together. But I don't like when I go to a concert. Like when I see Beyonce, I maybe have a drink, but I'm like, I'm not on drug. I want to fucking watch her. Like I want to experience what she has to offer me. I want to receive her.
Yeah.
And you can't really do that on drugs.
well, and like music, like please, I've been to plenty of concerts on Molly, and music does sound fucking
Molly.
great on Molly. That
Love
being
Molly.
said, it like if I kind of challenge yourself, if you're someone who's always on substances at a concert, and like I'm not trying to be like anti-substance girl. I've spent a lot of years doing substances. I'm just trying it's something different. But like I had just as good of a time, truly.
Yeah.
And I was just I was hungover on life this morning. Damn.
I will say too, when you do go to a place that you would normally be on drugs and you're sober, and you have fun and you go home, it's like a high in and of itself.
It's an achievement, yeah.
It's like a real pure fun. You earned it. And it's like this purity that it wasn't because of anything, just because you were present.
Well, and yeah, I'm like
maybe that's what it is. People fear being present.
And also, I was kind of like, it's almost offensive a little bit to artists that you have to like you shouldn't have
fucked up to enjoy my art.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to pair art with anything else to enjoy the art. So I was thinking, this is like, I know this probably sounds like an unenjoyable way to sit through a concert. My favorite way to experience art is by like reflecting on how I like to exist as an artist. I find it very helpful. I have my best ideas during other people's comedy shows, and it's not that I'm not listening to them. I swear I am. It sounds very self-indulgent, but it just opens my mind in a different way. And I have such a nice flowy state of thinking.
Yeah.
And it's really good for me, and I can still enjoy it. And then kind of like think of myself in relationship to their art.
What the fuck did I just see? It was Viola's Room, I think is what it's called.
What's that?
With the Shed. It was an immersive theater. Yeah, Viola's Room at the Shed.
It's a show that you saw.
Yeah, I take myself on an artist date every weekend. Ooh, I go by myself.
That's nice.
To see art. I went to Coney Island on Friday, but I tried to find parking for an hour and a half. I'm like, this is a dumb idea. I was going to ride the Cyclone. No parking. That's when I peed in the cup.
You couldn't find parking anywhere? It's because you went on the weekend.
Yeah, I was like, the weekend's Friday, brutal. Girl. Why'd you do that?
I took Alfred there not too long ago because dogs are allowed to walk on the boardwalk. And we found parking, but it was challenging for sure.
There was like 3 rows of parked cars, like triple parked. But anyway.
Yeah.
But I went to the last weekend, I went to Viola's Room, and it was, oh my God. You're in a room. Immersive theater is, if you want to experiment with going to see art not on a drug and you're like addicted to drugs, I swear to you, immersive theater is your bag, because it feels like you are. It is the most potent form of escapism in the best possible way, because you are confronted with smell, with sound, with the lighting, with the audio, with the set. It was, you walk into this room and you have, I think groups go in at like 5 at a time, and you're in this kid's room from the 90s. And they're playing like Massive Attack, and like there's all these posters on the wall.
That's so
there's
fun.
A tent in the corner. There's all these, like, you're in such a detailed like movie set room, and you lie down and everybody has their own headphones. So it's like it's a personal little audio journey you go on.
I love that.
And Helena Bonham Carter narrates the audio. I know, she's such a fucking goth queen. And and then after the audio, the guy says like, when the lights go down and they change, follow the light. And it's this huge maze. So you end up up going through the tent. You crawl through the tent in the bedroom to go to this other world. It was the most
That's so fun.
beautiful. And then She Fell is still my number one, but that show is not around anymore. But Viola's Room at the Shed, highly recommend it. I think the ticket's like $70, so it's not cheap, but like you look at the set design, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
When you go to the movies
and the whole thing's
two
an hour.
people with popcorn, you're spending more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, in the city at least. Yeah.
Oh my God, I know. I saw Weapons last night.
I'm gonna see it. I'm so excited. Tommy texted me. He said it's so good. Is it so good?
It's so good. Did you see Barbarian?
Yes, of course. But Barbarian was so good. And when they said from the creators of Barbarian had something new coming out, I was like, fuck yes.
It was really good.
I also heard Together was amazing, but there's this whole drama with Together. It's the new Alison Brie horror film that basically her and like the guy who I forgot who it's one of the Francos, I think.
Oh yeah, her husband.
Oh, they're married?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, so they apparently they stole it from an independent filmmaker. So I want to see it, but I don't want to contribute financially. I want to see the film, but I don't want to contribute financially to it
it's on Netflix
because I just know this story is true.
Damn.
I just know it's true, and I have absolutely no tolerance for stealing concepts from younger, like less known artists or older, lesser known artists.
Yeah,
whatever age
you can be
are.
an old bitch as well.
Yeah. I just like I was so like mad about that story and disappointed too because like Alison Brie I've always like kind of been a fan of, but you know when you get involved with the Francos, things go downhill quickly, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully she got the good brother, but we'll see. But also, actually, movies is another art form that you don't need fucking substances.
No.
Who fucking does drugs and goes?
Well,
to a
I
movie?
need Twizzlers.
That sounds terrible.
That's my
but that's not.
but
that's you need sugar.
I love going. Oh my god,
I love going to the movies.
The year.
Oh, I love it so much.
The year I was so depressed and went to the movies by myself every Tuesday to see a horror night. Like that was just, honestly that was like the highlight. It was so good.
Yeah,
it was.
Weapons
so
is
nice.
Awesome. It's fucking.
I can't
great.
wait. I'm gonna see it this week.
It's so adventurous. There's a lot of cool jump scares.
I can't wait.
It's really good. Anyway, art. Yeah, go see Viola's Room if you're in New York City. And yeah, you can hear Corinne and I in other places. So I have a Patreon as I talk about every fucking intro. I'll remind you again and again. Once a week, we hop on a Zoom and we just shoot the shit for an hour. And you could talk about really intense shit that you're pondering. You could give me gossip on your coworker who sucks. Whatever you want to talk about. We've had some really interesting conversations. One girl came in and said that this new sexual partner she had, it was very guys we fucked, had a fart kink, and she was like, and I thought, and we all had a discussion about it. I'm like, that's tough, man, because farts are so funny,
fart, right?
Yeah, but farts are so funny to me, and for me, funny, laughing, and sex. They are not on the same realm of reality for me. They are fair. I do not laugh during sex. I'm not like serious, but I'm composed. I don't laugh. So we had an interesting discussion about that. And interesting, there's been a lot of discussions about I'm with this person and he kind of sucks and they go through the ways he sucks. And
Get out.
Yeah, sure. That's and that's why I love that I'm not a licensed therapist, because I could go, girl, he sucks. That's not love. Like I could just say it, which is awesome.
Right.
But then you either say or you leave. And whatever choice you make is going to be the right choice for you, because there's the lesson. And I was saying to her, this one particular person, I remember regurgitating a quote that a therapist a long time ago said to me, which was, Krystyna, you don't have to wait for the house to be burning to exit it. And I was like, damn, that's some crazy ass wisdom you just dispensed. Sometimes for some reason, sometimes you just feel like, yeah, the house has to be burning for me to leave. But you can also leave a relationship that isn't that bad, but that just doesn't serve you.
Yeah.
So we have all kinds of discussions like that. And I'm revamping my Patreon where I'm writing I want to write Krystyna's New York City recommendations, because I have so many good hotspots.
People always treat our DMs like the Zagat's guide, so this is good.
So I'm compiling a list of shows and books and movies and things to do in New York City that I love. So I'm kind of going to make it a little more like a zine. But yeah, if you want to sign up, it's for as little as $5 a month. Patreon.com/Krystyna Hutchinson.
That made me that just also jogged my memory as something little tidbit I wanted to share, because I am also very serious in the bedroom. I don't like laughter in the bedroom.
We do not laugh in this house.
But a couple weeks ago, I was having sex with my boyfriend, and he he was just kind of hovering over me.
Ew, dude.
And I was and then he just kind of I don't know, fumbled or something, and I go, what? And then I go, were you just trying to choke me?
That's like when you go to dirty talk and then something dumb comes out, like, you're a naughty lady. Oh, sorry.
I just saw him, like, I saw him going, like, and then I go, and then he just kind of like, then he second guessed himself. And
you can't second guess yourself with that shit.
And I go, wait, time out. Were you trying to choke me? Because I thought I didn't know if he had.
Hold on.
I was like, "Do you have a seizure? Like, what happened?" You know. And then it's so him too. Because I go, it didn't bother me at all. It didn't give me the ick at all. Because I just go, "Oh my God, you're so kind. You went to choke me, and then you felt too bad about it because you genuinely care for me, and you couldn't do it." We were laughing so hard. It didn't ruin the mood at all. I go,
that's cute.
I go, this was honestly a heartfelt moment. I know it's maybe not a story to share in front of family or something, but it made me laugh so hard because I just was like in the moment. I go, what are you even trying to do? Oh, you're trying to choke me. He goes, because I think it's this thing where like, anyone, because we host this podcast, like people think you're like so sexually advanced and just like only like getting like smacked and blood and stuff.
Like
and I was
held and cradled.
I was
and fingered. I was violently
like,
fingered.
There's other things, and I was like, you don't have to like.
Like wear a mask or anything.
Like, I gotta choke this bitch. I just see him in the mirror before we fuck. Like, come on, do it. Just fucking do it. Fucking do
choke her.
It's gonna be great. I'm gonna do it this time.
He runs up and down the Philly Museum steps.
It really made me laugh hard.
That's adorable.
But anyway, yeah, you if you want to hear about different things besides choking chicks, just choking away. If you want to talk about just choking away our rights, different kind of choking, you can listen to me on Without a Country. Well, we usually live stream Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. And then we've been getting the audio up right after because we just fast tracked that for all the audio listeners, of which there are many. We talk about all the biggest news stories of the week, and then I kind of pull things that I find on the internet. I dive into them a little bit deeper to see if they're true, see the origin story. It's just a really fun show. Well, not fun is I think it's fun, but that's because I think learning is fun and
it is fun,
and fact checking is fun. But it's a show that teaches you the news, but about what's happening in the world, but also really gives you a lot of room to critically think, which I think is a skill that is really missing in today's society. So if you find yourself getting like really angry over the news or kind of only believing one side of the story, I do think it's a good exercise for your mind. And it's a super fun time. And, I voted for Kamala, and it's produced by someone who voted for Donald Trump. And that really adds to the zest of it. And you can call in, C-SPAN style. It's really cool. So that's Without a Country. And if you want an additional news story every week, you can join my Patreon, patreon.com/withoutacountry. And that just helps to fund the show and all the additional things that we do. We have an additional staff member now, and I pay for all the subscriptions to all the news sources so that we can access them legally for you.
Speaking of legal, question for you. You might, or maybe for the audience, and I'll go into this more in a bonus episode, but have you ever heard of the app called The T?
No.
So it's where you can go and kind of like if you've dated a guy and he first time having sex, he fucking chokes you out, and you're like, didn't talk about that. You just assaulted me.
I've heard of apps like that. I didn't hear of that one by name, though.
I kind of want to start, and this is not for legal purposes, so I'm like, well, I don't know what the legality is for this. I've kind of been talking to ChatGPT about it, but like a Google Doc, a Google fucking Doc spreadsheet of like the amount of women I know that have dated, are dating, or just have gotten out of a relationship with somebody who is abusive is it's astronomical. And I'm like, man, if there was only a fucking spread, like I wish in a perfect world we had an app where you put the guy's phone number and Instagram handle, but that part is private. That's only internal. And if 5 women report the same guy for doing the same thing with the same cell phone number and the same Instagram handle, those 5 women aren't lying. Because it's like, the same thing of like, give us the Epstein list. Or just listen to the ladies that were abused by Epstein and, listen to them list out all the people. But I understand that there's more information in those lists.
I mean, this to me sounds like something that could easily live on Reddit legally, just write allegedly next to everything.
Oh, right.
This seems like a Reddit community.
Okay.
A Reddit, or what do they call it, Eric?
Wait,
thread?
We got to start a Reddit thread that's guys we shouldn't fuck.
A subreddit? I don't know. I don't go on
subreddit. Yes,
Reddit.
it's a subreddit. That's the word I was
I'm gonna
looking for.
start a subreddit.
Yeah. So yeah, you just like. I mean, yeah, you should do
Guys,
that.
you shouldn't fuck.
Don't attach it to ours though, because for our legal purpose, like we don't. You don't want to take down the brand legally.
That's very true. No, I do not.
But like, you can call it, guys. You shouldn't. But just don't make it attached to our
Just because,
our
like,
Reddit that does exist.
This one person I'm close with is dealing with an abusive guy, like the worst guy.
No, you would write their
and
name.
the amount of women that have been affected, like his name is popping up on the T and all. There's a subreddit thread about him.
That's very interesting.
But I'm like, man, I want a database, and it's not for tearing down a man's reputation. I understand that a very small percentage of people lie about that, and that's fucked up, but I'm not allowing that to ruin the millions of women that are dating guys that have been actually abusive to them.
Yeah, you probably can't dox them on Reddit by giving like an address, or I don't even know if you can give a phone number. But if you give a name and you can give their general location, so
because the T has photos of the guys,
yeah,
and that's the most helpful because you can have so many John Smiths in an area.
Well, that's why I was kind of saying like because
the T has straight up photos.
Can you post photos on Reddit? I guess
and
yes, you can. Yes, you can.
First names.
Well, because I was like, if you put the name and like the general kind of like county or something they live in, that could probably narrow it down.
Yeah.
And then you just would write allegations, and then write these are the allegations. Like you could do woman one alleges.
Yeah.
And so I think you should separate them by woman, so we like, or by person, so that you know, like
you keep them separate.
This is coming from one source. This is coming from a second source. And I also think it's like how many sources, how many different, whatever.
Yeah.
So again, that's just like what I kind of think you could do. Obviously I'm not a lawyer though.
These courts say not delivering justice.
But a Google Doc you could also work. There's like kind of an infamous Google Doc about lesbianism that went viral in the lesbian community that apparently helped a lot of young women understand that they were more interested in women than they were in men, that I've read about many times.
That's very funny.
So like but that's just, I feel like the lesbian community is a little more tight knit than straight women. So it was easier to circulate.
Yeah.
And then you always got to be careful about, pick me girls who are going to fucking, there's always going to be one girl who's going to ruin it because she's going to be dating this abuser and she's going to want to get in his corner a little bit more. And she's going to be like, look at what these other girls are saying about you. There's always that fucking,
and that woman,
don't be that girl.
That woman is not a friend to other women.
Oh my God. I heard.
Okay, you cunt.
When we were leaving the festival the other day, I overheard this, this younger woman having this conversation with her friends. And she goes, yeah, she was just like, I don't get it. We were like cuddling and his dick wasn't even getting hard. And it's just like, what
Cuddling?
are you, gay or just like fiercely loyal? And I go, oh,
what?
So what I just learned from that conversation is that you were cuddling with someone else's boyfriend, and then instead of like having any like thoughts about your own behavior, you just think he's gay because he's not getting an erection.
Houston, that's a dumb bitch.
I was like, I can't even. I just can't even deal.
You know who we can deal with though?
Today's guest.
Goddamn right, Corinne.
Oh my
he's
God.
making our second appearance on the show.
Glowing.
He's a stand-up comedian. He's a staple in the New York City comedy scene, and I guess in the LA scene when he lived there.
And the Austin one now too.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah.
His new special, I Never Promised You a Rose Garden, is available to watch now for free on YouTube. It is so funny. Oh my God.
It's a really, really good special.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the show, Joe DeRosa.